At my heaviest, I was 275 pounds. I like to party, I like to drink. I worked at McDonald's for years. I didn't feel good at that. I was miserable. The deep, dark depression, the feelings that I had about being overweight, I definitely kept to myself. I knew that I needed to make a change. Over the course of 18 months, I lost 150 pounds. And for the last 6 years, I've maintained. Kevin and I met about 6 months ago. Do I think that our fitness journeys led to us finding each other? Yeah. Growing up, my family didn't really have specific knowledge on nutrition. We just kind of ate whatever we had. There was a lot of breads, a lot of packaged, easy meals. A lot of the cheaper foods are the unhealthy ones, and we didn't have a lot of money. In my teenage years, I liked to party. I worked at McDonald's for years, and I was like, I wasn't mindful of food or nutrition or exercise. So as I took those traits with me and was just eating kind of whatever I wanted, I had a couple kids, and everything that they ate is what I ate. And kids like sugar, kids like carbs, kids like sweets, and all the stuff that tastes good that's not good for you. I didn't feel good at that point. I was depressed, but I kept telling myself that it was okay. It was like I was giving myself excuses. That being a mom, it was okay, but I wasn't happy at all. So at 275 pounds, I was miserable. There's no questions asked. And my weight held me back big time. Over the years, the more weight that I gained, I would stop visiting my friends. I would avoid certain people. I didn't want to go to amusement parks with my kids. I didn't want to wear anything less than a big baggy sweater because I wanted to hide. The deep, dark depression, the feelings that I had about being overweight, I definitely kept to myself. Prior to my weight loss, I was actually a pretty big eater. So a typical day would be get up, have a cup of coffee, both had lots of cream, lots of sugar, bacon and eggs and toast and hash browns, snacks in between, whatever I could get my hands on, cookies, crackers, chips. I had no idea what I was putting in my mouth. I just ate. There's days where I'm sure that I ate over 5,000 calories, easily. I had an excuse after excuse. I used to tell people that, I don't understand why I'm overweight. I don't actually eat that bad. I was lying to everybody around me, and I was lying to myself. I knew that I needed to make a change. I definitely did a lot of yo-yo dieting. I had tried everything in the book. I've done every wrap, every cream, every pill, soup diets, shakes, programs. I've done it all. I wanted to lose weight. So it was funny. I actually Googled, what's the right way to lose weight? I decided to look into macro counting, and I learned about nutrition. That was my one big turning point. I figured out what my body needed, and I applied that in my nutrition. That's just what worked for me. So First Form is a brand of supplements that I personally use. They have helped me reach, or helped me along my journey. When I started this journey, I was definitely completely fitness illiterate. I didn't know anything about exercise. So I would just do half an hour to 45 minutes of cardio a day. I do some weights, and that's how my journey started. I've never looked back. Not only was I now losing weight, but I wasn't restricting anything from my diet. I was happy. I felt great. I can still eat bread. I can still eat carbs. I can still go have that slice of cake, right? At my heaviest, I was 275 pounds. Over the course of 18 months, I lost 150 pounds. And for the last 6 years, I've maintained. And I am currently 130 pounds. Of course, I look better than I did at 275 pounds. But mentally, I am not fighting depression anymore. I've completely gotten away from having extreme anxiety, and I think that all plays back to the fact that I was constantly down on myself, right? And now that I'm physically fit, I've become more mentally fit. And for me, that is something that I didn't know that would happen in the beginning. I'm 5'2", and at 275 pounds, when you lose 150 pounds, there is no way that you can get away from loose skin. Unfortunately, I was left with a ton of loose skin. You end up getting like a pocket on your belly. It looks like an apron. I've got loose skin underneath my arms. I've got loose skin on my butt, in between my thighs. Yes, the loose skin is uncomfortable at times, but being 275 pounds was much more uncomfortable. 2 years into my weight loss journey, I got a skin removal. Kevin and I met about 6 months ago at a wedding. Do I think that our fitness journeys led to us finding each other? Yeah, I definitely 100% believe that for some reason, everything that's happened for me in the last 8 years led me to find him. You?
That's a good answer.
I think the biggest thing right off the bat was our personalities. Super similar. We both have a lot of ambition and drive and motivation.
At my heaviest, I think I was 246 pounds. And right now, I'm about 195. Growing up, I was actually in really good shape. And then got into an office job in my early 20s. And that kind of sitting behind the desk, eating the Doritos and chocolate milk for breakfast. You slide real quick. The real motivation, I would say, is, I mean, when you're sick and tired of looking in the mirror and seeing some fat dude looking back at you, you got to change something. After going through something like that, like the transformation, it's more of a mental game than anything. It's doing the things that you don't want to do. It's going to the gym on those days when you don't want to go to the gym. And I think that applies to pretty much everything. And now I think for both of us, it's just, trying to set the example and say, guys, if we can do it, there's no reason everybody else can. We want to help other people do the same thing. Getting in shape is hard. Being overweight is hard.
You need to pick and choose your hard.